Grace fa when Bremen. Fa when Bremen na low, me low. Phone.
Which
Fa phone Bremen low.
Which phone?
Me low music. I want for good evening. And I want for your mamu nyina adwo. Mesre say oba share video no. Oba share video na mpese me ni mudi nkomo kakra bi. Ade asan so ye was summer time. Nti ene de onim ne amaye before we go on. Ya pra han to say yes, set it out for the summer. Nti it wasn't, and today is my last day of work. So I'm going to be off for the next 2 months. Isn't it beautiful? Hey, TikTok I say we am for mumu am na menya 1,000 be menya life. If say menya 1,000 say pay. Minim say TikTok so what they say. Let's have a little chat. Yawo ake akwaba obi bia mo hwe me akwaba. Ghana for me pese me ni mudi nkomo kakra bi na ye hwe ade. Minim ne a MPP so many candidates has picked up a form to run as if they don't trust themselves. The whole time MPP candidates, either ministers or even MPs, almost defending everything Ghanaians has been crying about. Now they were not trusting themselves. Whatever they did, it was not to be like they didn't even trust within themselves. Into Ubasha, they all picked up the ballot, the ticket to stand as a president. For a party to have that many presidential candidates in it, say all along Nanado MPs, they know exactly what they were doing. But let's dive into the possibilities. You see, Bawumia was put into MPP to prove a point to be and to win a certain regions. Say omo de Bawumia beka ho mo amonim tape eba out. Bawumia finally telling the MPP for say you are taking the northerners as a boy, which is the attitude MPP puts up when it comes to Bawumia. They took the man as Jimmy Bia. They were working around him. Ekufuado, the cousin, no, any finance minister, no. The Bawumia's position was just a ceremonial way. Hello, star boy. So now, no, Ghana for say we serious. I mean, say really Ghana is a democratic system, and everybody understand a democracy. See, look at the amount of people who wants to be a president. Not because they want peace within the party poll. Each of the MPP every station do not trust in Bawumia's ideas, or the Bawumia camp also are saying Agyapong is not a candidate, it's not a presidential candidate. Alain Tremantin, even the road minister Akofa papers up so yeah president. That should tell you something. But let's look at the possibility of the way Ghana politics plays out. Agyapong is a loudmouth MP who takes advantage of information he gets. Agyapong has been an MP for over 20 years. Agyapong onuankasa etimi the information at the manipulative or no party members. Agyapong had a hand on Anas video. Anas Akachi MPP people taking bribes, and Agyapong used the video to bribe the own party and made so much noise. Say, ni omo de man dear, omo de man. eno ye quiet. Sa video no mu eno hu say Ahmed Swale was the one announced Eyusu ena appointee Ahmed Swale ma ye kokun Ahmed Swale. So we are Ghanaian. Let's look at this very carefully. Canada Agyapong has always been a business person. A Muga from started from US, got himself involved Nyampe Pantem, and took advantage of a lot of people, immigrants, Omuba, New York. Took advantage. Many things I do, many people are even asking, maybe it's charge money. And at that time, I Canada Agyapong yeah, that opportunity now, Ghana for bar from Sikeke, may call US and Kofoka, Kennedy, now or the charge 1,002 from Sikeke, Ghana for. So a lot of things are no free wahano. At that time, now there was no Ghanaian community. In Crawford information free. Community no receives information or even other way. Other communities gives information. Offices are in Crawford Kono. So Canada Agyapong was one of the people. Omunya paper wo he was a taxi driver. And took a lot of advantage of Omoje Obi store ase. So Canada Agyapong made a little bit of money from that scheme, and then through that, got himself to know a certain people and a politics by Kota Koko Ghana, and then one nut and what else. That one Canada Agyapong smart with the business way. But is he a presidential candidate? Maybe some. Many people seems to MPP form we are disappointed. Seems to be eyeing Canada Agyapong. But maybe some MPP so Canada Agyapong can possibly, and Canada Agyapong with his temperament, with his my friend say emotionally and intelligence, Canada Agyapong can refuse because or you'll be or take advantage of people. Canada Agyapong also uses information to blackmail or no one in Kurofo. Tio Canada Agyapong or no or you saw way or no information about or no one MPP for now. So outsiders are looking at this as it's a good thing. You see, people who don't understand politics, Lankasano, they see Canada Agyapong Niama way or yen obejinao mekam. He Canada Agyapong at one point and maybe video be I'm sure with many Canada Agyapong is not intelligent emotionally. Canada Agyapong adie he in term is that a candidate a presidential candidate mudi amoma yenhwe ni yo ye hwe MPP for and hwe Canada Agyapong will get a deal, and that deal is Canada Agyapong may accept the fact that if he doesn't win enough number, then Omu have no choice but to make him a vice president for the candidate of Bawumia, because Mamika Semichero Ekufuado ni gurus need control Canada Agyapong. That's a fact. If they allow Canada Agyapong to become the president, Ekufuado cannot control Canada Agyapong because they fear Canada Agyapong. Because of Canada Agyapong, the temperament. But is that a presidential candidate? Obia se onye tumia obe buru obi or the obi beto table so ama ye gwa no. JJ Rollins se krampo ayese oye a rule we me fa ne say yesi oye we or the way ne be rule ye soldiers dear military JJ Rollins. You see Ghana for bimu ete asem efa omutan fo ho a omuton asem no timi chem asem no ho enkrofo bi si JJ Rollins kura de aba be gwa e ma ha mu iti obonsam wo ways of making you choose the worst punishment if you listen to Obonsam. Obonsam bema what you choose your punishment, the worst one. Because Canada Agyapong ye loud. that Kennedy Agyapong speaks his mind. But take a look at Kennedy Agyapong when he's speaking his mind. He's speaking in his mind in the event that he doesn't get his way with his own party. For someone who is a snitch, not a snitch, but a snitch to get himself a deal is the worst kind of a snitch. Can sell his country to get a big deal to or no interest, the worst kind. Many animal. This is wa bedi matam fa ujimi yeko kene wenya kunya dio wenya makura ho ahin kunya bia ye dio. This is the presidency we are talking about. So fa ujimi ye obi bi obedi matam ma pese fa ujimi ye na fa ko baby. We are talking about Oman Penyini. This is president. Akufo-Addo bedi ade no. Look at what is happening. 2 days after Akufo-Addo was handed power. Why Amewu? There were big, respected people who were abused. They leveled them to nothing. And now look at Professor Frimpong. Look at what they are doing to him. Akufo-Addo bedi ade no. Nobody can speak. So imagine say ye di agoro. Emma Ghana fua in pain fua. Omu a support to party because of their own personal jamamia. And then o pemu te se o join Jimmy Abata Ghana ni akuma hondodo. Iti wufti abrochi. Look at this woman. Wuti abrochi. Ena wajai abrochi adwuma eye district adwuma bu he obi o te Ghana enye se adwuma bu wo Ghana tie saka adwuma bu wo Ghana na locals no ewe adwuma ya ye nyina ye beto amo ena Ghana fo enya enkrofo dodo ma mo nya adwuma no ema adwuma bu te se Canada for there certain qualities a omo hwehwe wo kro imo mu nya to mo kofa wa bonten school feeding Iso etimi frega nani ema ne ko Ghana enya krono ni bi na nkwa akobo a anka wutimi just slow obi nya visa obi pe visa ababe ko slow ni bi because of adwuma ni Ghana na wo wanya visa o ena wa free Ghana wa free abrochi se wo ko Ghana ene Ghana for akopre omadwuma no ho. These are the people who feel say they will forget the effort. Adi omo you were educators almost support to Canada because of their own personal gains, which will later be at the jinjine because Ghana corona ti hono Ghana corona ya yama Ghana corona sumbone afa corona because nia SSL onipa jinabia ene ni SSL eye obi ade no enye no na nipa ni kura obi wo ho wonyansa wako school esesanka odigi enimdie bi but ene class 1 ni na esoma no. That's wrong. That means to say class 1 ni esoma no iti oti wo se Canada Agyapong may attract a lot of impayful bi mu. Canada Agyapong a taxi driver wabe pre wa brochi na watimia taking advantage of other people, made money, entered into government and didn't do anything. Let's look at this one. Maminka semincheremu. Show Canada Agyapong was MP. Canada Agyapong sanko free baby no ba ye nanka me fa ne say oye police inspector bi ena ye hu na adwuma. And a police inspector, what can you do? The department was handled and obaya the way otieno and kabeti mi kunapa vote man. But we know Canada Agyapong say oye MP owo MPP aben mu dada ninsanu njuma, it is evident. Ninsanu njuma, it is evident. So it looks like say when Akufo-Addo became president, he has opened all kinds of some and Crofobimua, they feel like they have leveled and lowered the presidential seat, to the leveler. Sebi. Anybody can be a president in Ghana as long as you're loud mouth. So look at somebody who is not honest. Ekufuado, even Kofi Jomo Onwankasa Naseno spoke ill. But you see, Ekufuado was a smart thief. He knows the people that knew him. Omunim ne character, he knew them and silenced them. Or silence you with money and position. So Kofi Jomo spoke against Ekufuado becoming a president. Many other people know, say, the man has a temper. He's not disciplined. He is emotionally not intelligent. And nunti no be a president otime suma hulops boys a president obaya uhu gang on the street. So imagine say ye di agoragoro the cuckoo head Bawumia becomes a president, because when Bawumia becomes a president, Ekufuado still holds Agyapong. They were not able to accomplish it. These people are after Ghana Agyapong. Ghana Funjapadie no. These people are after. Sauti as a Gabi or Chileda Akumu, any cause are after Ghana Funjapadie. They can manipulate when Bawumia is sitting on the throne, but they cannot manipulate when Kennedy Agyapong is sitting on the throne. Many of them Ghana for ye agro. But Ghana for anti politics, I say, because of a near maybe I made it. Ghana for anti politics, I say, you think say obi or my temper tantrum. Ghana for and you're emotionally intelligent. They don't know how to conquer. You know how to conquer? Obroni ba ukuro no one show any emotions. Obroni ni emotions. Obroni be kun na unimu da obekun oboni timupo or yaw police ni stop one ni ntokwa ukuro mu ha. Enya afa na oba betu obibini ewo a problem be about their emotions. And people who are not educated tend to be very, very exhibit this part of these emotions, They can handle their emotions. In the middle of a chaos, they tend to blow up and all those things like a nkwalanketenketen to say the oslausu ye. And Kennedy Agyapong is one of them. Kennedy Agyapong na yet me friend no honorable can or ye argument on take. Maybe so say. Can a president is a president Ghana? There are so many decisions that have to do with the future of the country. You need a sound mind, someone with intelligence to say abrofono mobile nkuro mu hono. Greetings nana. Abrofono mobile nkuro mu hono. They know how to lower themselves until they get you where they want you. Do we have the only person who exhibited that type of behavior, that type of qualities, was J.J. Rawlings. You say, "Mo amotina nkurase no na mo kwan wa." Mo nim J.J. Rawlings ashase. Ma memma on little story. J.J. Rawlings ansana oba beye na totobento no eba bebo no hu. Na J.J. Rawlings, a young, long, straight-legged man, soldier man. He knew how to operate everything and fly helicopter. TB. He goes to the presidential the administrative offices Jubilee houses castle hono. J.J. Rawlings netimi ko campo ho. J.J. Rawlings netimi but you see what J.J. Rawlings, did they know what was coming? They didn't know. There was nobody. These people, Kennedy Agyapong yobia yanene koye meeting kura wo demo a information is too strong for him to handle. He blocks or to say Karamai. He's not exposed. We need someone who is like a Jiramoa, Opiana joke to say JJ Rollins, who Niama who do bebre, iti, and near maybe no boom. What was say Jiramoa boom, or Karamai or take Bibi Tofem Kura, no Karamaya Tofem, no Karamai boom, and that is Canada Japan. So my question is, Minya, menfa who ne wo uncle, and ne wo sister, ne wo brother. And family home, some person Canada Japan ko wuli wo makura go and monko shishem merebi wo ho na montana makura ho. We are talking about the whole Ghana here. So I don't care who feels to say emotion na momo de batania ma ho na obibini jimi no. But ya jimi because of your emotions so. But obroni need emotions, and we need people with that type of way. Intelligence, you know, they can handle information. Sure? When John Dramani Mahama is giving a message, and as a woman messenger, do you sense any emotion? Or no, bet me ni obronia tinaho and make it deal without any more. Sure? Yama way nanado a quite kakrana or near brofuko tinahono. Chef consa to send papa a snitch. Ontimin cananuntum. He cannot cover the brothers. Ekufuado enim how to cover the brothers, the country, the kingsmen. All he knows is how to bribe the brothers. But how to cover them, how to lift them in wisdom. Ekufuado nimsa. He knows how to bribe them. Now, because they want to control Ghana, still they want to gain access to what is going on in Ghana. Inti Ekufuado a sign say Alenchremantin by almost Chachano. Alenchremantin is the next in line. But a Kufuado, being a Kufuado, no, he wants Bawumia. You know why? Because he wants someone he can manipulate, and Bawumia seems to be the perfect fool for them to manipulate him. So secretly, as LGBT way sikano Bawumia no de support no not Alenchremantin because they can't support they cannot. But the other fool no can we need minim no baba just to distract and also to frustrate the process now. Ya omu MPP for no baba that road minister no. So whoever I was say or also baba it was just to frustrate we no. Does Kennedy Agyapong has money to fight the money that is backing Bawumia, and until Kennedy Agyapong is going to really go hard on these people, and he may be given a deal, and that deal, someone say yeah, Kennedy Agyapong could end up being a vice president. When if that happens, dear, maybe say Kennedy Agyapong. Oni ni running mate Bawumia, cause the other ones need the baby omufri. Alenchremantin does not have any message. Canada Japan is taking advantage, just like in Crawford person who taking advantage of fix the country and freedom fighters. Canada Japan is banking on the fact that he makes so much noise and people don't catch it. People really don't understand the noises Canada. People think say Canada Japan makes noise for Ghanaians, but it's not true. Canada Japan, all the temper tantrum now, Obe Meki was to protect his own assets within the way. It open be our Ghana, and that's a Canada, and that's a US. Our banking for Canada Japan biano tie Canada Japan tena US da onam UK ho promises people yeah Ghana beya we so Ghana beya krabe nhwe Ghana beya krabe nhwe amanfo amu beyi mu equity ekwa support Canada Japan de bebre kwa ba mami ka asemi kire wo besu ma se de mami ogina enkran no ogina enkran monten so awienum instead of awonum no na osu se ne dan yo ewa abrochi kura ne yi ni niama no ye nyanyi ni niama osan beba abrochi abeye hoho Hear me? The people who are sitting in Canada, US, UK, why, France, now, because they said they are disappointed, but you are disappointed in who? Kennedy or MPP? Because, hear me, Kennedy is part of MPP. Go back to your own laws and read and listen and look at videos. Canada Agyapong defended the MPP. The only reason Canada Agyapong, or the only time you find Canada Agyapong bashing MPP is Oma Jimmy. Now it's true, Oma Jimmy, and he says that, and Omusro. Oma Jimmy, because of the fact that he doesn't get his way with a lot of things. Ahmed Swali tape, no, the video, he identified Ahmed Swali because someone stole it. If Canada Agyapong was for Ghanaians, and Canada Agyapong would have at that time leaked the tape to police. Look at what my party people is doing to our country, and I don't want corruption. Okay? Yeah, Ghanaian and Chile say Jimmy. You don't have to be part of a group that steals public money if you are not part of it. But why do you use that to blackmail your own party members to give you a certain position and a certain power, and then turn around and point the guy you saw identified in that video that was stolen, leaked into your hands, and pointed him out for him to be killed? And I'm telling Ghanaians to say, you want to be a president, and also targeting Ghanaian journalists. Now, who Ghanaian what to was it Canada Agyapong may a president? No, one journalist. One ya buy you maybe. You don't work in the public. And now for say, Obia just said the buefu before for a young hey, Munim ask you. Mofo say Canada Agyapong the buefu obi. Just say he's ranting because a NDC side. And no wonder why things continue to happen to Ghanaians. Because when you think the person is not eyeing you, or the baby also, because guess what? Human beings are not monopolized. We are not a monopoly. Our needs changes, and therefore the actions of our initiative also changes, and you may end up at a wrong side of Canada Agyapong if he becomes either a vice president or a president. It will be NPP ni krampoa. Hey, now obi adane ne ho owo family mu. Obi, one of your family members, or what sharp teeth, or your kramfo na okowiade no kowiade. Do you think said that family member no will not steal from you? Ah, na de Jimmy ana. So, Canada Agyapong has been in the parliament for 20 years. Look at Asing. No. Look at Asing. What if say Ghanaians actually lower themselves to accept the fact that Canada Agyapong so if you do another bemo almost cement. Hey, can I for your week? Can I share? Mamika Semicho. It is wickedness, and yet because it's so mundi. We are hene. Now, Canada Agyapong. Edu afashebi. Na esan se wo pe ahwahoa. Na wo pe se wo de onko ofo hu se wona iti Canada Agyapong di biribi abefa wo nko awoso. Wa mawo na fa se gari. Na wo de akokire wo nkrofo nti wo voto ama Canada Agyapong wo hene no say ye chim wa adwene fu wutim. Say ye pan wutim se ye yi wa adwene no. Na ye de hyensuo nhwie mu ene nsuo nyimu na ye san de ahyem back biom. Na ye hwe se wo ye nipa biom a. Because that is what is happening in Ghana. And that is what Canada Agyapong knows his people to accept little, less. Yeah. Bring show back. Say what you say. So we are are walking around and we are pretending like something. But let's look at MPP very carefully. Way back one part. Let's look at MPP very carefully, because right now all MPPs, when Omobetina say, oh, Bawumia nyashe Bawumia, and yamwana mo defending Bawumia. You were in the same party. Don't you have meetings? So if you did not have power,
just take this.
okay, that's it. If you didn't have any power, do you think becoming a president will give you more power? That means you are looking for an absolute power. You enjoy the power, the absoluteness of what a Kufuor is having, and that is what Bawumia and Agyapong or any other person wants. Not because if they really believe in democracy, they would have fought within their party. And Kaobeti say LGBTQ Agyapong and no ding wom. Kaobeti say excuse me. And Kaobeti say we tax ya kungu ya. Yeah, dede. Kaobeti one of the MPP. Politics is so easy. You didn't fight for Ghanaians. Now you want, okay, you made so many laws. You enacted, you brought so many taxes. You brought so many headaches to Ghanaians. None of these people wanting to be a president stood against it. Do you know what NDC fought Ghanaians? MPP for Ntimi. And can you people, I'm telling you, there are so many things that NPP, NDC4C, NPP4 no quite. None of the MPP, none of the ministers or the MPs stood against any of the laws MPP4 impose yet on Ghanaians. Now these people want to come. They want to be presidents. Ask Bawumia say, when they proposed a certain taxes, IMF, which of them spoke against IMF? When they brought in e-levy, who stood for Ghana for say, wait dear, minuanomo, to say dear, a chromo yano, Liberal Party no, Obakutimika said, no, what I said. I don't think I mean obesity third force and I say you hear people within those parties to fight. If we get two on both sides, Ghana is heading towards democracy. Say you hear two ministers, two MPCB, NDC4 ye fa international law, international way policy be a chira say abrochi for e de niam e be a say. And now say enkola ya wono from age 5 me pese ye me fight it say ye be implement it. Sama me a vice president no ba mu kromo wono. Before someone becomes a president, you know, vice president. Now they were part of a certain laws. Some legislator, legislative law be a kun law be oma fight bribi am a group of people be o. And yet just anybody o. Some man oba all the LGBTQ no se munim oni osla owusu omu so mu ko dina. Some man no Camela no me se wa maiwa enufu atare omobo. Wama ene people were suicidal because she fought LGBTQ for ne penasam because onu emunu jina omu mranum oni omu marche ye fight ye, and it is the right of nkwala no mko wo mo panie ama ebi mu akoti ya twetwe free ho nso say omu ntimi me oma ye depress nkwala bebre sama amen ne baka ho no ane babayo eka ho bi. They stood for something. Which one? Allen Sakwana. Oh, ready. Ghana for mumbu ho kakrawai. Respect yourself, value yourself. You need to ask for big things. Ese wo bisa na moko gina asori anim na mo bisa nyankopon ko fa kunu no wa hefa wo gina minister anim Nyankopon kofa adwuma free hifa. You are standing in front of a president. You are standing in front na a president ba na makosisa mai wa omu ni adwuma. Makosisa mai wa omu ni future so omu mesa nkosiasam ogina wani mu ntimi nkaka ofiri ho a na wakogina somebody bi anim o se Nyankopon me pa adwuma Nyankopon me pa wonyame ni free hifa mo nte nyame ase won mo nte nyame so mase. So if we don't watch it right now, Ghana ni will leave the actual problem no. Ejana edaha no. So obono. We jump to home. And all ya the your president is in front of you. Your MPs are in front of you. Your ministers, your lawmakers, your legislative bra. You are defending these people, but then you will go to the voodoo man, and then nam why epinjuma 16-year-old no afroka efri nekura oda inkraya montenso because nekura wo hweni ho konkurem wo kromu anakoshe ene me ko madam fu bi wo eheya ni o maye area ho no wa ko Kipling ko ho nakoshe hey es ekromu hawo ko ho nakoshe adwuma pave ya ye bicycle line 3 lines amount ya ye kwama ya ye kan kwama kraman se kraman na mo obi ya ye bicycle line ya ye bicycle parking e wo mani mo apartment ni mu nyinara ya ye mu ya ye he ekosi Kipling iti Ghana ni beja dondo na si ho no obo ade foforo na de na wo mu no sound na eba no enye sound a wodi hia se wodi betimi a finish enyom na esese eboma wo no. So if you don't watch it won MPP will play Ghanaians. Bawumia is the choice of a Kufuado and the gang no to continue manipulating the Bawulaya and the fool. Canada Agyapong is fierce because Ghana ni slow temper tantrum. Yeah, ye ni kasa ni efo say uye we amanfo ye onipa ne ene de kwaku me se me flowers ene me garden ni mu ni o se de me garden no ene makototo ma twitwi me ha ni mu nyina che say se won ade no we ade esan wa ha no mu ade esan inti se Ghana fo tena ho no mu de ya agoro ya ahemfo niama ema abrochifo amen enkrofo bi mu fo say omaye so disappointed na em say agi within the MPP no Canada Agyapong because Canada Agyapong no timi kana adwene menua yama me fo no omunim Bible no nyanya men nyene so omunim you think say em painful omunim ade na agigon Canada Agyapong is only yelling and ranting when he needs when he feels he's not being listened to because he wants to do a certain things within the party. Canada Agyapong you'll be open to me. So imagine someone you boniding honorable and you think say nipa way is a presidential candidate. So your police ni sergeant, mon command is sergeant bi. Mon command some disciplinary some away be department be a yes nipa no but enye president obi a ontimi en manage ne temper enye president obi a or blackmailer is not a president. A snitch and also obi a on who the value of a citizen a life on him the value of people who are part of government, which are journalists, are part of governance. Journalists are the next way a government. So if wako suku now we say you are endorsing Canada Agyapong, minya Africa yewu because wusuku ni what ho that means say suku hu here. So you look at the doctors, they want to be president. Doctors, a person who say, and there are nobody within the system. Obetimi, Yeah, so light no wa hama my man for mama men so light me ba. Oh, light no kura enye hwe. Light no kura enye hwe. You fix it? So what you say? Iti what dey hwe? I mean, the man is good. Canada Agyapong may be a good person. I'm talking about his ability to lead a country. Does he have that? Because people who the show now was saying does he have the qualities? I don't think so. And I don't care what you say. Some people may say yes because they think say when Kennedy Baswa, oh, me didi mi koko apai. Let's be Ghanaians. We are looking at a long-term stability for the country. Not one person. So one person did and no Ghana and what they were. There's a law. There's a law of equity which takes everybody something to give back to the city. The country, it's a messy way. They take my tax money to some people. My freedom, they take it to some people. Into your dementia konebi. As I'm saying, kitten. There are certain things here. I am working. I'm a former koda shelter that a kuromu aon. Me koda shelter. For some way, me koda shelter. Na me ye juma. Me juma na me ye intimate da shelter Nigeria for a home. Omunye. Citizen nor were they permanent residents. They were giving them things. Na me nyasa anyamani bi. Why it called equity? Say me yeah juma, I don't qualify for certain things. Me bani ya dinyama sisi me so me sorry anopa makwa juma. But because say they took my money and they gave it to them. It's omunyan oh me bana hey auntie. You didn't get, they gave me this, me said, debut, me come beside, yes, you don't qualify. It's what me who say, Ghana, no, we need such things. It is law, it is a biblical law, it is a universal law, nature, law of nature. So what I say, but Ghana, no, yen tesanya manase. It's one who say, free education, you see how that law was not applied to it? So they made it available because it is an evil plot to gain access to the young ones who are qualified to vote. The young SHS from Kola, be vote to it was a target to target them and their parents, to target the gullible, the vulnerable people who does not read. Free SHS is wrong in the first place. To me, it is wrong. And no, you don't need a scientist to tell you what's wrong. But you see, politics, one share here, and not no much NDC nim agroni di. You see, NDC nim chrono agroni di. Remember, say MPP came to maintain a certain hierarchy. And the hierarchy is the monarchy. Omu pe hinsem. Omu pe. And I don't blame you. Obronie who said Nipebi wants to maintain a certain standard be for themselves. Obroni nim sano. Wacha border. It ukwa mukromu state. But the national law gives you a limitation. But yet they will give you what your practice is to govern the people who want the same lifestyle. No, omono umetna. Itu usha hanu mua. Uko wenim kakrana. Uko akotu nkrofo bi mu. Protestant for ebi ye Amish for ebi ye hwanwa. Uko nkrem sia. Ukura won survival. Ukura won timi. Omo lifestyle no won timi abrofo no. Omo te paradise. Inura ne fie kese, ne compound kese, ne yard kakraka, omo mpedede, omo enu aduane no de ko ha, omo ni mo bia wo mo ekura ase ho, ekuro mu a obi oti US o say, well, you can tell say Ghana need to be to asase ni bi, oti the farmland. Now they don't want big companies because those locals, you know, they produce a certain materials, a certain mineral, a certain product, and they want to sell the product to live. It's in Kura Oko bit to say Ennis Vales. We no, my friend say, Utu Canada Hampo, US they don't want big company to say the ultimate who a handle big company in the city no over to say Mr. Wine, it is a corporation. They don't like that. So they want that type of lifestyle. It is a sanka. Yes, Ghana no. We need a referendum. We need something. Or be standing for Mrebi. Emra yadi ayin fofo to say o ketechi free famu emra ebema omu no munti omo kurase. Because when they come into the city, there's a limitation. Nobody will bow you. Did you see going to America? Eddie Murphy moving, coming to America. Did you see coming to America? They gave you a perspectives of America. And people of chieftains, when Eddie Murphy ba akoromuno, so ubekwa kope oba, and ye papa, you need to take down your crown. So what you say? That is a perspective of how the big city they live. It's Ghana no. There's a huge, there need to be a big change, a shift of thinking, because in paying for are now lowering their bars. How are you thinking of supporting this guy to be a president? When I will say Ghana need to me, Ghana need our way or no Jin would you, but to me, only to me, you don't have power. Because if you see, even Bawumia, I can understand Bawumia, he goofed off badly, which means he's bad at his job. But with his intellectual know-how, when the law is right, Bawumia will be an exploit. But you are talking about someone without the credential to make an informed decision, that a meeting with international people, big decisions, international laws, when it comes to other, but Ghana Fafo said, oh, Sammy, you're close to Nipa where maybe I can. No, he's not going to work with your ideas because now he has power. You can say some people, they need to be the president themselves. But a sign say, Ghana ni ehuni who say, we will to me. What is it to me? To me, any a junior team, and what you are capable of doing with that information. That is it to me. How many people can you save? What law can you change with that adjunino and as a knowledge, and as a niswadi law be emra be na metinga change. But you see Kennedy using painful bimu na matu kwanya baha na ebi o ma be hu obi awo Ghana nyenti na Ghana continue to be worse. Inti na oda suti kromu awo wo mu kuran kofu ntimi go. So Kennedy Agyapong back into power. You think say he will favor you with something, not Ghana that's what he said here. No, we need a change of law. We need a change of some change, a systemic change here. It will affect a living. It would affect how the way people live. A bit change it to say, destined. Somebody came up with the idea to save the universe of a certain things be, or no sony business. We're changing a concept. We're changing the way a nipa no munsio. A convenient insio nam pipe musete or se mi buegu bottle mama. We're making billion a nipa way getting royal. This is a concept. This is a lifestyle change. Obi binibe changing lifestyle and then you watching there be. So Ghana for bebre are now waiting. Ye beti yengenino. Na MPP for ya che pine. Na ebia so Kennedy so because in paying for what Ghana nimpo nji even the party him the hey mo fa to me ne mayen mo fa to me no mayen ye nsrade ye muade ye nsrade hum bia na e wo paying for no so no ebi etu abehye nkofo bi mu a se yenya kwan ko ra ba bi a na obehunhun bi tetetete nkofo bi mu, but they are not closer and they need to get closer to the decision table. Because what you say nkofo bi mu se omu ni made nkofo bi so mu ye mpanyfo, but you can tell they are powerless. Obibini need to me, obibini use ni to me ye. You think say let me go and agree with such people like that. For what? For your own personal gains. And that is not how these people gain their names. Abrochina yetino, these people did not gain their names that way. Paul way, why way, Abrantie bi owo, Terry Fox, owu, Terry Fox cancer. Obroni was spirit, the spirit of two. That biblical, that living legacy no. Owu. Yeah, that's so someone school for that so someone yeah working Terry Fox every year you call Terry Fox Jessica cancer name kum Terry Fox no and that cancer no research says because of that branch here now or working mouse of Canada cha a coin into Terry Fox into and then children with the same cancer are saved. Obibini ben ne betimi engina say me mpene instead of joining them. Why do you need to? Okay, mami can say me chero. Why do people get power? I didn't know obibini nya power. A home woman, no, they are called joining them. How? One person, Jean Augustine, debi amebo mami di, onu pe no ba abaimu wo Canada ha. And I say me ba ye no ye bi before nkola no mo data no say majority of them fails because you are teaching them Cinderella and they want kintakunte iti ye pe kintakunte e wo book ni ana ma me change the curriculum kakra to include black history. Jean Augustine, it took a black lieutenant governor to place someone like Kaka on Canadian money, which is that Viola Desmond. Obibininya to me anani refini. Ghana ninya to me anani refini. Are they? Many of the souls who were killed in the effort of changing the law, emre before benya to me wo krom ha. Eno mo sesa sankrofo ni di ema omo award ekwo yi okotu omo funu sanko sie omo foforo ade na Ghana nkote de mpeinfu egu Ghana ye boto oma boto ya boto nso opeyini na Ghana ni opeyini na ni ochia ni yonko be mountimi nya hute ochia akola ena umu ade ena nya fui ukoko na yatam akọ eko obroni kromunu mu koko mu lithium mu oil niama bebre Ghanafo eni mu ofu mu nya nkwala de na mu nya mma ne nkwala de na mpesa mu no nsumu ntimi uni tumi Ghana ni na one ne kasa ena Ghana ni na eka kire ni pasa wu mu ade me not no any other race can tell you say hey you have no respect for me and you are who except for Ghana. But Ghana so and onya ni yonko eseso oka di to me Ghana who broni no it Ghana ni ho ana ne ho popo o huni nu ya no pese odi esini kon ho oti ukurom what kind of yetete yensen so amanfo Ruby, that is true. Sister May, I visited the Amish community in Pennsylvania, okay, and was amazed at how they live. Minia, or say every family has extensive farmland. They negotiated with all kinds of law na fair. Okay, even Canada had when you read when they shared, me see. travel like amafo bibini amabo inkurem no omumma emebre omumma emre se de Ghana ni a ne papa wo koko na wa free Ghana ni ba e wa abefuo kese isu ne ba no yo hieni kohwe nkura na se na no video na me twa brem eye kura menuanom they have nothing but water ensio kese enye even a sea enye mpuo lake river ko show sikeni waye boat or produce onono or or you go a boat and a yacht enono em say etu koriem emipo keke nature mipo does not belong to nobody omumma wasase hey menuanom isu Ghana ni ba yen de bia meka sase ya hwede efuo pa ewo akorabo ya hwede ahwede ne abe koko ye wo koko ye wa hwede ye wa abe ade miensa we abe koko ene ahwede ni nyina ye nsa ebi ye semena isu ye obie ni wo ska. None of these things actually put us on a bottle mun pay for China no makoto the finished product and instead of nyansa odobako odokitu ebi keke se okono memfa Ghana ni akwada ntu mitim na menko mekoi me de Ghana ni abrewa etu mitim akọ mekoi me de Ghana asase me de Ghana mipo me de Ghana nsuo me de Ghana nuane ntu mitim se me ko fa machine no mom aba Ghana ma abebue adwuma na yetete ho na yedi agoro. How can you trust all of these international laws? Afena yede Canada Agyapong ko school ana yekwa akọkire na ade ana yemu school said ye almost sha ase no emra Kwame Nkrumah na eti omu chiri no say the man was brilliant brilliant brilliant. He was a brilliant man, and they couldn't fathom the fact that a black man would have that sense in Nkrumah. They could not understand. To almost your some day, nyame ben no some na. Oni madiesa no se kan nyame no. In kan tete nyame no. Hey! Ghana chief wonso onti ni chi ni yonko chi kasa. O se yese Kwame Nkrumah some kan kama nyame. O se Kwame Nkrumah ese osun kan kama nyame. In kan tete nyame no. Abedane kan kama nyame. So one the way a Ghana you're confused. Inferiority complex. We are so Ghana from painful are confused. Omo nye ni se Ghana ni akola. Ena na adwemu dosano. Because Ghana ni jinyamindi. Munyi ni se onipa wotumi onipa adwemu do. Na ene Robert Einstein bi kopie wo mu krom ho a. Ene anka mo hwe no. Anka wanyini obi te se Robert Einstein epie wo Ghana. Ene anka Ghana for hwe no. So Robert Einstein beka se pete. Robert Einstein no se pete. In fact, once upon a time, he was so weird. Nini niame bi otuwa na okakweti. Omo pamu ni free school mumpo. Robert Einstein. Onyini wo Ghana. Okodani bibinia. Anka ye wie na adwene ne woni timansa na onyini ye. Inti Nkrumah actually shocked some king's men bia omwetene kurawa no mantua de no munim so bibini so. Given the correct environment, the proper nurturing, the place Obibini can do great. but the wrong environment na ye to man ye ni say Kwame Nkrumah was a smart and a brilliant and beyond what they can imagine. Tomo bisane say omo di niama unse Ghana kola ngini kura no ye niama bia mpemfo ntiase a na ye de no ahye obosom chese Nyankopon ni ho iti ye bisasa Kwame Nkrumah Nyankopon be na wosom na enyi ma adede ena ya papa Kwame nso oyi wona no de me so nka ntete nyame nka ntete nyame ona me som no efri nkrofo ya no a Kwame Nkrumah se osom kankama nyame Bible no kura nka se tete nyame ye besom wo tete nyame na yesom no wo kronkron mu no Kwame Nkrumah nyame na ya financial bottle mu no nyame na ya man coat nyame na ya man ewei shirt nhyɛ ye na ya man collar no ono na Kwame Nkrumah esom no nyame na yesom no raw nyame na wo ma ye ntumi nyame na obie ya adwi mu wo niam bebre se ye hwehwe o seprem him na wo benya no them when you scratch a certain thing surface now we say you are getting answers. Kwame Nkrumah you omano so som tete nyame enkan tete nyame afede nkrofo say Kwame Nkrumah som kankama nyame enyo anu bi na a confirm to call Burkina Faso yi enyo anu bi ena Ghana ni timi gidi sa confirm timi 2 ye hu ene the same people no ye bisa na asama dum so ye bisa na asama dum so ede ya koma na ekura Ghana ni a ye di politics ayo otan say ade na ye di politics ayo otan and we are happy because we think it hasn't reached us all mama ka asemi chon ofie kronfo no ono ana ba wia oniama ofie kronfo no aso ko wia ade ana wakata no so no okowia bibia na nkoko no hotokwa no wankasa onye bibia wia wana obewia iti Ghana for that is the real way of the day Papa Bernard Ado or say true talk Mama Regina or say this MPP if you talk about them you become sick and sad. I'm telling you there's too much. This Akufo-Addo regime with that this era of politics has given and we still have near you now have to accept the fact that Ghana for being nipa nipa and say they don't have the gut or the power to acknowledge the fact that it is wrong. Why do we not read that? Emra Hitler eba German oya Germany ba omo ba odi nkrofo bi hutan ene bedi ade German fo na mpeinfo no ena omo hwe ya na omo se no ene because of Hitler me say there are 31 things upa go e remind na omo do betu Emra Donald Trump di nkosa asem America for na say your mother oh ya tam immigrant fi ukroma say no dey enkenfo obi o but then go what make America the great no it was the fact that they presented themselves as the father of all nations, father of the we united the nation of United Nation and nuna na Kwame Nkrumah pese odiye Africa for bi mu antiasia and also ye de dani asem foforo ye say to whom much is given much is expected but Ghana for bi ni mo ma ti Kwame Nkrumah enya fa wudie with enough of so many things this man has done they didn't get the fact that you have to extend your hand to your fellow brothers and sisters who are also in need so they can also see you as the one who has helped Ghana for Adiasa, I want for me say it feels good to know that hey, you have a whole 2 months off. It feels so good. Iti ya beto to niama. Sa what you say? Say ya betene fie. Ya twitwi niama mu asi ho. Ya wi a na de aprapra nyame adom ya twitwi nkunya no fefefe. Ya be ye garden ni ye pa. Kwaku be kire ye ni we se ya bonsamfo na se ye pa omo we kire ye ni ye betimi adua ebeyi abonsamfo afiri we. Wa we o ti ase ti afa na ye ba be dua plant no akokọ mesa e na ye ba be dua no se wa we no ti ye garden no ma na ye ti se ya de ha na ye be ye video na afiri se o ti ase ye tena ha na che se nipa ye fine na wa hwe wo ne ti amanfo your next president Bawumia with his vice president Agyapong Bawumia and Kennedy Agyapong as the vice president, and we look forward to receiving them as a Ghanaians. South bay leaves, my Regina bay leaves no some they come squirrels no almost marry they don't come and attack it. Me say a crop one pro muadie squirrels egu kromo they don't respect squirrel okashu no akogina me fence yi so ogina fence no so anu adane nato na wa wege o nato a kire me a squirrel it am so omuti asem atin so omuti asem tawti asem kromo squirrels krati asem kromo squirrels krati asem it's in Ghana there. I'm telling you, we have a long way to go. Guys, please share the video. Now, let's ponder on this thing. And let's see. Easy. They have no respect. They have no respect. It is not, it's watching live from Mamobi. Oh, 5 wisdom and knowledge, more fire, dear one. Thank you, Haj Muna. It's Ghana for let be steady, Mama. Let now say they are saying for you see, the senipa would do so. It feels good. Look at us saying, you see, they value who they are. They value themselves as you can buy us. We make decision because look at the difference. They said they have cocoa which is more than gold. I love that. Or Jinihudi. Or it was genius or Omudi. Hey! Chaso Pokusi Kano Yedi. Hey, Chaso Pokusi Kano Yedi. Oh, Chaso Pokusi Kano Yedi. I'm Gana Kabiji Academy. Hey, when I didn't know. Chaso Pokusi Kano Yedi. Hey, yeah, Bessendi Biom Yedi. So I say, it is me to tell you the truth. If I were Ghanaian, that's all we're not Canada Japan here, Obia go campaign. Go campaign. You see, it's about time Ghanaians must seize power to themselves. It's time to seize power for yourself. Seize powers. I'm for Munja, Esa. Even as I said, Bubefu, especially decisions via it comes and fall upon your lap. And if you don't make them, the spirit around you becomes weak. The energy becomes weak. So you need to make a very difficult one, and some of them is for you to conquer what is meant to take something from you. No, conquer it to be a conqueror. A conqueror is a person that obi ahihye bribia ma no. Na wadane adekodeɛ no. Iti what was that adekodeɛ no? Omo ahihye ma so omo begi vote. Omo degrade the sin nyama bedada. What you can do to conquer that is turn it around. Take the money. Be in charge. Mautumi, mawukra, munye drew, and take the money. Hey, namu America for CIA for movies here we need some underground yamani maybe we almost suma. Do you think it was just a movie? This was how why no muko try the naked picture? America for ko try the naked picture no. You President Ben no muko try the naked picture no. In Kroma omuye intelligent. Member no. Oba no. Just say they are powerful. How do you allow someone like MP, this party, this short man? The way I can watch the way she had, yeah, Radin Yankopon. Ghana for need to be. When you to me to rescue. The whole country is placed in your hand, so therefore, to rescue Ghana. And now you obey a person. Wow. I'm for Mama may enjoy me first day of freedom. Freedom Kakarawai. And then my first day of freedom for the next 2 months, maybe Mube Hume. May yes some lies be. When you get opportunity, don't wait to say, oh retire now because I train no Agyapong ko Ghana. There be take time and explore the country. I will tell you so maybe explore Canada. So what you say? What do you want now? As we are talking, no, what I would think. Me mama back cry madam for me and now friend me no. Almost almost compare vacation home a kurobi so baby tourism. Was it which a kuro? America chiwo baby away Bahamas chiwo san kuro ni binu. Omo koto wo home na onyini sane ebe ya obabaka opeso ko vacation o baby da. It's almost top flat no na ebi omo dibi ahan ewo ho Ghana 200 dan kana ye chechi am ho no me Ghana nsesa ya mo wontina we ya ba obabi e beda hotels me twa internet ne so edo so ho ahia na ye bedi wo Ghana efia si Ghana kura no be ko na enipa ye muma Sauti ase obekopa infuturo ba wo se yen omo wo se yen to dan ba akubu pema obekọ no hu sa da na najo no adwuma wo beye no when we don't have a spirit of maintenance that culture na ye maintain ade eya ade maintain ade no to say Ghana ni Italian ni dan fe ukoto Ghana ni dan ya oti anye ye ni ba no kura de pencils achrochro dan ni Yabishira mama for or say they did okay, thank you. May God bless you. And Cecilia de Mube Humia not on the road, but at home. And whatever the Holy Spirit reveals to us about Ghana, we will come and tell you. And then me paper handing way now. Now Holy Spirit in make us say, and sure, but we the politics need the agro. And this is what is coming up. So this is what the Holy Spirit dropped in my spirit this evening. And I'm in the abremu. Nyankopon Shamane Friday. Febi ebo ntuma no kobo humpaye. Sauti I said, ubeti uwo tumi wonsa ubeti mini asesa sadia no. Because way the same I read one documentary. There were a group of people be almost practicing a certain rituals be. Emra na Hitler. Eddie bomb be caught one of the German one of the way Emma almost son now almost yes no the next 3 days or so a couple of them died. That will Bruni no hey I'm for your mamujina a happy weekend a china was said that ben ye go a fool be ube humi wo se see ademi ko twan kura meko ekura se me nya glass nkwa na ya dada enkrofo we asete kromu ha o ma sete yen up se na ye be ya shanshine ye ba enema na eni ye kromu ho o ma sete yen up no o mu de o mu ti nkura o mu ti paradise ho eti garden of Eden ho e no ma pam yen free garden no e no mu de o ma sete a big way am o self e no mu se ye de entre kromu o kwa so ne okay And the hour bombay my okay. So what you say? It shine dear. It is a setup. They will chop your money. You will use your money. You will work hard like a dog and like a horse. You like I say we now what open bibi sign who now the sika what be chase can not to hold. Ana okotena also a wani nje omo pe wasem age dia fo na omo de omo pack omo ho na omo ko ti omo no ma toto sansa ni bi but no kure ni nyame ani mu ni ese me wo ye Ghana ni na obakro mu a me se fesika bra bring money na beto me ntene kuro kope kuro bi ase na kope fuo ye beba ho Ghana fo ni bi so imagine say nko an wo Ghana fo ni bi o kotene kura ho only ebusiano be 3-4 we okay that's a security na ko pek we ekura ni bi onatena mo mprafo na mo disika mayo na mo disika ne ye di mo free no pesika bra ya mi shira mo nyina bye ya basa ye biom ya sha set to na unza ya de be ya ba be himo hi kakara bye have a lovely night. Bye bye. Voice need changing to do. I need more water. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.